This is Mr. Miles. Mr. Miles is project manager at Tech Textiles ABC, which produces and refines conveyor belt guided products. For a long time, he's been looking for a competent partner for the modernization of his old production line. But this is not easy because his company has high demands on the various machine components and calls for a short standstill of production. There are many potential system integrators for individual subtasks, Mr. Miles thinks. But how can I coordinate and define the details of everything? That's not my area of expertise. I just want to use and operate the system at its best. My boss wants to see the production, energy, and even the maintenance data of the plant live, and the safety officer requires the modernization to be carried out within the risk assessment standards. And as if that isn't enough, Mr. Miles' superiors also expect the modernization to be completed within a fixed budget. This sounds impossible. No wonder Mr. Miles has a headache just thinking about taking on the responsibility of modernizing the production line in a timely manner. But luckily for Mr. Miles, there's LAE. Shortly after contacting LAE, Mr. Miles meets with Mr. Phillip on site at his production plant. Requirements and prerequisites are clarified. And who'd have thought it? Mr. Miles can hardly believe his eyes. A few days later, a fixed price offer appears in his inbox. This obviously makes sense when one considers that LAE, with its holistic concepts, is the leading expert when it comes to the modernization of web goods production plants, such as calendar, coating, and gravure printing. In other words, converting lines. Mr. Miles finally has found the partner he'd been looking for. With LAE, he finds answers for all his questions about his production line, whether it's mechanical, electrical, drives, or automation technology, but also machine safety and CE. At LAE, he finds competent specialists for all relevant areas. Many disciplines, one partner. Mr. Miles is delighted. Now he can take his plant out of production and modernize it with a clear conscience. LAE guarantees the agreed requirements and resumption of production. And of course, he also gets the green light from above, with the fixed project price being comfortably within the budget. Mr. Miles is also particularly impressed with the service offering of LAE. Modular and flexible construction makes everything very transparent. Integration and interfaces to adjacent trades are no problem. New ideas and technologies will be suggested. LAE also assumes responsibility for third-party components. Deadlines are guaranteed. Expectations are exceeded. And the praise from his boss is the icing on the cake for Mr. Miles. Just like for Mr. Miles, LAE can also be your technical specialist. Mr. Miles can fully concentrate on the production requirements. LAE supplies the machine technology, all the way to its IT, fully integrated. The LAE specialist team is waiting for you to holistically bring your existing production line to its optimum. With state-of-the-art technology, we bring your production back to its optimal performance, conforming to all standards and safety requirements. You'll receive comprehensive offers and thus transparent costs, highest production reliability and thus fixed deadlines. You still have change requests, no problem. You'll always receive tailor-made solutions for your requirements. Contact us today. LAE. We do not modernize everything, but everything perfectly.